If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe and hit the notification bell. I post a new Tom Brady video every day.
2021's winner is someone really near and dear to me. He's actually old enough to be my grandpa. He's been playing football since this award started in 1954. Truly incredible. If he keeps going, they're going to have to lock him in one of those Florida old age homes with my grandma.
Father Time is holding the L. Like that fight, I was saying this yesterday. We can't keep talking about Father Time is undefeated. No, Father Time has lost. And he doesn't just get to fight, forever. Like he's lost to Tom Brady. In the event that Tom Brady actually does decide to retire, that does not go in the ledger as a victory for Father Time. Because the fact that he's playing this at 44 counts as a win.
He's a 7-time Super Bowl champion, the most of any player ever. 5-time Super Bowl MVP, 3-time NFL MVP, 14-time Pro Bowler, and not to mention most career wins, touchdown passes, and passing yards of any player.
My prediction is that don't bet against him. He's such a talented guy, and he just doesn't get rattled, and he's so cool under pressure, and he's shown that he can be successful in the past. He's getting a little bit older now, obviously.
That's my number one combination right there. An amazing teammate and friend, and we got a lot more to prove this year still.
I think you'll see that he's probably more determined this year than he's ever been in his career. And I think, with that being the case, look out.
Potential Super Bowl victory.
Accepting an award like this in the middle of the season is very new for me. We still have a long way to go to achieve our goal. And as you guys know, I keep that chip on my shoulder. So I'm going to go home. I'm going to turn on a loop of all the interceptions that I've thrown this year to put me right back and even myself out for the night.
Brady, man, that's just the only 2 words. That's all I've got to say. It's just the only. It's no question. Just Brady, man. There's no.
It's just unbelievable, and they and he make it look so easy.
And I've been definitely, talking about the Brady retirement story this week, not because I'm trying to drum anything up, to be honest with you. It's because I saw a quote in a piece in Sports Illustrated that I'd never heard out of. I'd never heard out of his mouth before.
Which one?
The one where he says that when he called winning a relief. It's not like the joy; it's a relief, because when you win, sometimes just winning isn't good enough for you because you expect perfection. And that's what I hear from people that just suddenly decide it's just not worth it, which is something that I've never thought I would ascribe to him. I never, like, the winningest, the guy who's won more. No one's ever going to win like Brady ever again. Right. And I feel very safe in saying that. That generations will come and go. Knocking on wood on this planet, and where football can be played, and we'll never ever see a winning. Like they could rename the trophy the Brady Trophy one day, and people shouldn't bat an eyelash, with all due respect to the Lombardi family. And he's calling it a relief. That kind of stood out to me.
Well, a couple of things. So that was the story I was talking about, because he got Sports Person of the Year. Yeah. And that's what I was referring to. I was like, just the idea of when he's going to call it quits. So the regression comment jumped out to me, because he's like, I don't want to get bad. Well, he's the best quarterback in the league right now, and he's about to be the MVP again. So does he regress to where he was? If conventional wisdom says he's playing as well, if not better than ever at 44, regression only looks like him being not old as in age Tom Brady, but old as in previous iteration of Tom Brady. From a physical standpoint, he's not going to get dumber per se. So from a physical standpoint, he's got enough mental acumen to be able to offset whatever arm strength he may lose, but his arm is as strong as ever. So that was the part that jumped out to me. And most greats say this, whether it's Jordan, whether it's Brady, a lot of great athletes and competitors say it's not, I think Pat Riley especially, it's not the winning, it's the, I feel better. The losses hurt more than the wins feel good.
Right, exactly.
But I think that's what drives them, though. I think that's what makes them great. I don't think it's a negative. I don't think it's going to drive him to retirement. I think it's what drives him to keep playing is that, sorry, Lexus, but that relentless pursuit of perfection.
It's fun for us having, had Brady in the AFC for so long. We only did a handful of his games. And now to see him on a more regular basis, he could not be cooler on the phone and more open and relaxed. And I just think he's having fun at a level he's never had. in the NFL in his incredible career, and fun and that talent and that drive is a pretty scary combination for everybody else.
I mean, right now, if you're looking at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and what they aren't playing with and the way that they played throughout this season with Tom Brady playing at an MVP level, with a defense finding ways to put pressure on the quarterback. I can't put the Green Bay Packers over them.
Tom told us all, we kind of rode that roller coaster with him because we had them week one last year to see where they went from week one to winning the Super Bowl. We had him in week one, then we had him in the NFC Championship game, and the ease and the comfort in that system and how he and Arians came together was just a thing of beauty. And now they're so far ahead of where they were last year. Brady told us before the Rams game that there were times last year where plays would come in and he didn't know what he was supposed to do. And it's just, that's because he was a new player in a new system with, that weird off season and virtual meetings. And now, and he really praises Leftwich too. He thinks Byron Leftwich is fantastic. And he says the two of them are seeing the game the same way now, and that should be scary for the opposition.
I really give some of these guys credit. I mean, even though the rules have changed, they still get hit, and they got to still go through that process. In off season, Tom Brady got to say to himself, hey man, I got another year. I got to go through that whole process again, the mental part, the working out, all that stuff. And he loves it. He talks about it all the time. And that's where, when you start to get older, that you may just slack off a little bit.
And in 44 years in a contact sport, it's just, he's as good as he's ever been. There's no, I don't know if we could even compare it.
That's the thing. I mean, that's like, last year with the total touchdowns that he had by the end of the year, including the postseason, it's basically, he shot his age. And you do that in golf and everybody freaks out. But in golf, people aren't trying to take your head off. So, it's just unbelievable. And I believe him when he says he believes he could play till he's 50 or longer than that. And it's just the family dynamic that would probably put an end to it. I mean, he takes care of himself. He's driven. If the bases are loaded 2 out and they're leading by a run, who do you think you want the ball hit to?
Right.
The guy who wants it. And that was Jeter, and that's Tom Brady. But Brady's in a class by himself, period.
Well said, Joe, as always.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the 199th overall in the 2000 NFL Draft, the greatest football player of all time, and the 2021 Sports Person of the Year award, Tom Brady.
I just marvel at him, and it's hard to do a game and not just go on and on and on about how great he is. But if there's anybody that deserves that kind of praise on national TV, it's Tom Brady.
That's it for this video. I post a new Tom Brady video every day, so please like and subscribe. That way you'll always have a new Tom Brady video to watch every single day.